Right now, it is so tempting to pull out your phone, open up an app, type in a question, and get a quick answer and think that your problem is solved. Because where we are in the world right now, AI allows us to do that for lots of different things. However, I do think that when we're talking about riding and training horses, it's not quite there yet, hey? And this is one of those shortcuts that riders are using, and it's actually making a bigger issue further down the line in their riding. Hey there, it's Lorna here, and welcome to Sunday Strides, a very short, quick, and to the point little message on a Sunday to help inspire you going forward with your riding for the week and hopefully get something done. Make big moves when it comes to you and your horse and doing things together. Now, I know and you know that AI is everywhere lately. Like, it's all over the place, and it's kind of infiltrated the whole equestrian and horsey scene as well, hey? Riders are using it to get training plans, they're using it to type in their issues. My horse keeps throwing me off. What's the issue, okay? And then they're taking the information they're getting, which is not necessarily wrong, but they're taking it as gospel. They're taking it as like, well, ChatGPT said it, so therefore it must be true. Or Claude said it, so I'm going to follow it to a T. But you know what? AI, while, it can kind of trigger ideas and it can get you thinking in different ways, it doesn't know you. No matter how much you train it, it doesn't know you. It's not a person. And it doesn't know your horse. That's even kind of further away, okay? Your horse is like another person removed now. So asking it to explain why your horse is doing certain things, I don't know now if I'd follow it all the way, if I would follow it blindly and just take everything it says as being the absolute truth. And I think this is where, as a tool, it can become a shortcut and it is going to set you off down the wrong track with your horse. You know, you are an individual, your horse is an individual. And while there are certain things that, yes, for the most part, we could say in general, we never really know if that's the truth or not. And that's why I'm always very careful when I answer people's questions. I'll always say, well, I don't know this horse specifically, or I've never seen this horse and rider combination before, or whatever the case is, because everybody's different. And not just the riders, the horses, they're all unique as well. So when you put the combination together, it makes sense that copying and pasting a training plan and then following it as though this is the be all end all of it, that's not going to get you very far. However, I do think AI can be a useful tool if you use it properly, if you begin to get more curious about it rather than depending on it to solve all of your problems. What I would do is I would begin to use AI as a rider to ask me questions so I can get to know me better. Okay, and that's where I'm going to suggest you go this week with AI with your riding. Okay, so ask it for questions that could potentially guide your next riding review. Say, hey, ChatGPT, whatever you're using, hey, Claude, can you please give me 10 questions that will really help me when I'm watching the video, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, hint, hint, that I took of me riding my horse this past week and how I can actually pull some really good information from that video. Thanks. There you go. And I do think be nice, hey? If only to keep yourself trained to be nice when you're speaking to people. But yes, I do think that you could use it to actually find out more about yourself. So now it's not necessarily doing the reflecting. It's not telling you the causes and the issues and the things. It's not putting it, but it's helping you to come to those conclusions yourself. And I think that's a powerful thing. You could also use it to maybe help to get a different perspective on a challenge that you have in your riding or with your horse. You could say, look, my horse is doing XYZ, or I find that XYZ is happening. Right now, I am approaching it from this method, this training perspective, this discipline, however it is that you're approaching it. How would people from other disciplines, other training methods, other perspectives working with horses approach this? And is there anything I could learn from that? And there you go. Now you're getting like a bigger answer, or a bigger kind of potential bucket load of answers that you can sift through to find something that works for you and your horse. And then, you know how I really, like, come on, if you do one thing this week, this is the one I want you to do. I want you to use AI to help you gain more clarity on your goals. And again, ask it to ask you questions. Tell it what you want, and then say, I want you to ask me 10 questions based on finding out and plucking out more about me right now that maybe I don't even realize is going on. I want you to help me find those golden nuggets that are going to shape my goals and my work, my vision for me and my horse going forward. Can you help me do that? And it's going to say, yes, of course I can help you do that. Now, before I leave you, I do think it's really important to understand that when you're working with AI, it wants to please you. It will tell you what you want to hear. Okay. And when you have that coupled with the confirmation bias going on in your head, yeah, you can go down a bit of a rabbit hole. Okay. So I do think it's really important to keep your wits about you and keep questioning it. First of all, keep in mind, it's just a computer program, okay? And then keep questioning it. That is really, really important as well. Okay, so as I said, I would love you. I've given you 3 prompts there. Take one of them, use it this week, see what comes up. I'd love to hear from you. You can let me know inside of the Daily Strides podcast online community over at stridesforsuccess.com/group. And then if you want a little bit of fancy techie stuff to keep you going in your riding, so as you're not taking shortcuts and doing the things that are putting you on the wrong path, you got to go over to Daily Strides Premium, the guided audio horse riding lessons that you can use as you're riding will keep you, doing the things that's going to get you results in your riding. You can find all the details over at stridesforsuccess.com/DSP. Okie dokie. Have a fabulous Sunday, and I will see you next week. Be good. Bye.